Warning. The show you're about to see contains material unsuitable for children and questionable among most adults. Viewer discretion is advised.
There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down.
When I started the Chris Gethard Show on MNN in 2011, I had no idea how far we could actually take it. And I find myself missing this place. MNN, the Wild West of television. I miss the lawlessness of MNN. I miss the crash and burn creative freedom that only this place provides. I know the power contained within this strange little studio. I know the things you can pull off when people actually get the hell out of your way. And I think maybe it's time for me to pass my knowledge on to the next generation. So starting June 26th, I'm gathering up the funniest, hungriest, most innovative comedians I know, and I'm handing them the keys to the car. So if you want the real comedy, the comedy that looks like the stuff you'll see on stages all over New York City, you come here. You want the stuff that's not overly sanitized. It's right here.
Chris Gethard presents, bringing you the best comedy New York City has to offer. Every Wednesday at 11 p.m., starting June 26th.
I think I saw a couple of white people running the exit sign over there.
Let's make him laugh.
My name is Bardia Ali Salimi. I'm an Iranian-American comedian. Don't worry, I'm not a terrorist. We basically have a reality TV star as president. I'm still waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come out and say we all got punked. Persian people are always dancing. As soon as we hear that music in our head, we just start going. That's not a thing. So my girlfriend's white. Met her parents recently, which was interesting. Go back to my own country? How about you go back to your own trailer park, buddy? No, yeah, give it up. No, yeah. Yeah. It's problematic. Hello?
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm shooting a promo for my comedy show.
Shooting a promo for your comedy show? I thought you people only shot terrorist videos.
Hello and welcome. I hope I'm on camera one. This is a very unique episode of The Special, meaning we gave up. We lost
our way.
We had a fun, cool guest booked, and we kind of built an episode around that, and the guest couldn't make it, so now we're just here in the round. And if the cameras can just zoom around, we've got a whole group of people on camera, some that are audience, some that are band, some that are guests. So we're just going to be chatting about the history of the special.
We're going to walk down memory lane.
Darren's miking himself.
I'm miking myself tonight. It's part of our internship program, where we all get to change jobs. And I was co-host, and now I'm audio PA.
Darren was promoted. It's a promotion.
It technically is. I would look better on any job application I fill out.
Well, I'm very excited to say today we have a guest, and Snakeskin is here.
Yeah.
And we've got guests over here, the creators of the movie Hysterical. So that'll be fun. And we are also going to be talking about the worst and best of the special. We asked around the crew what clips, Jesus, Darren, what clips you'd want to see, and we'll tell some stories. But
anybody with a GED here to help? Thank you.
I have my GED. But first, we're going to start out with a joke of the week.
Oh, are we?
Perfect time. Maybe take a stand.
Yeah.
Let's do it on this.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, everybody. Is everyone here ready for the joke of the week? I actually didn't know if I was telling one, but alas, I am. All right, great. Oh, boy. My agent is another roguish figure in my life. I think we're aware of that. I remember the first time I met my agent. It was after a comedy show. He passed me a note that said, "I'm an agent. I really want to work with you. You're the funniest comedian I've ever seen. I know you are the perfect match for me. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime pairing. Nay, a once-in-a-generational pairing. This will be the best decision we have ever made. If you're not interested, please pass this note to another comedian." All right, thank you very much. I'm trying to... All right.
Yeah.
We are back.
How many more of those do we have coming?
We've only got 3 more of those.
All right.
It's not it's not a 3 more.
So we're talking about favorite moments of the show, and I realized we built a clip show and then we seated the audience in front of the monitor. So I'm just gonna
let's
scoot
move
that
monitor.
over.
Oh, there we go.
How far can we
waving to
pull
every
this over?
camera.
It's a nice behind the scenes
Whoa!
Is this an 80s music video? Let's go.
special. Oh yeah. Wait for it. Wait for it. So we were talking about different. I hear there's bad focus.
Yeah, find your light, Brett. Can someone light him? Anybody got a cell phone?
So we were talking. Thanks everybody. So we were talking about favorite guests we've had, and the first one that comes to mind is very fatherly to me.
He was.
He came. He had hung out with friends before the show, and was just a little tipsy. Richard Kine, aka Bing Bong, was on the show. Let's take a look at that. Richard Kine talking to Dracula and Joe Palmer.
Hey, wish me luck, boys.
Good luck. Good luck.
Can I get you something to drink?
Oh, yes, I'll have a blood. Hey, Mary.
Spit it out. Come on. I'm not gonna bite.
A blood gin and tonic, please.
Sure. Would you like something to eat? We got great burgers here.
I do not like red meat, especially steaks.
You know, I don't eat those so much myself. Got a history of high cholesterol in my family. I'm trying to live up forever.
Tell me about it.
This is enchanting.
This is enchanting.
Yeah, I'm having a nice little chat. My name's Tina, by the way.
Oh, I am Count Dracula.
Nice to meet you.
Ask her what she does for fun.
What do you do for fun?
Well, when I'm not in the bar, I'm studying. I'm actually in law school right now.
Oh, law school. Mm-hmm. I thought I was a bloodsucker.
So, Do you have plans? Oh, look, Richard, a touchdown.
So do you have plans? Oh, look, Richard, the touchdown.
Oh, I fumbled it.
Oh, I fumbled it.
You're telling me? You're not making any sense.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Yeah! Yeah! Run with it!
Run!
You're the one that should be running out of here. You don't gotta yell at me.
You son of a bitch, tackle him.
Son of a bitch. Tackle.
That may have been the first time we really did it on like this, by like the seat of our pants. That was an idea we had from the beginning. Like we sat down, you and I, and just kind of charted out like maybe like 24 ideas. We thought this would last maybe 20 episodes. We were hopeful back then.
Yeah, the show started. You and I were doing a weekly show at Over the 8.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
The Tuesday special.
It was a show much like this, where nothing was planned, and the audience was maybe a third. We actually had one show where there's 2 audience members, and we threw all the chairs in the middle of the room.
Yeah, and I didn't. Was that the one where I broke the table by throwing the chair? Was that a different chair?
That was a different show.
Oh.
And that show we had like a naked woman perform too. Like she walked in, she was like, "Can I perform naked tonight?" I was like, "Okay, but I don't think anyone will see it."
Except you and me.
But we built a fun community of folks, and then Gethard came along and offered us.
There's some other people at Public Access, and they're not the biggest fans of our show, and that's fine. You're allowed to not be, but sometimes they show up here, and they stand and they watch, and they give us a hard time. And I just want to say there's this guy, he's been standing there all night. You've seen me the whole night. I keep looking up. This guy, he's been coming the past few weeks. And if you have something, don't put the camera on him, because I don't know. No, Connor. Turn the camera away, because I don't know if the guy wants to be on camera, and I'm not trying to force any issues. If you want to come on camera and you want to talk about something, I am more than happy to discuss anything you want. Face to face, let's do it. So nobody in here gives this guy a hard time, no booing. Hello. I'm glad we're finally talking. You've been standing up there.
Here you go.
Staring at. We got a mic for it. No need to stare or intimidate. It's clear you're trying to intimidate me. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
You can take my seat as long
Yeah,
as you take my
Murph, you want to take a break? Murph will take a break. So what are you standing up there with your arms crossed? What? You have a I've seen you. I've seen you up editing shows and stuff. You have a show.
I produced a couple of shows.
Hold on. We're not trying to silence you. We're not trying to sabotage you, I promise.
Jamie was trying to get back.
Okay, so you have a couple shows.
Yes.
What's your name?
Smith.
Smith. Okay. Smith, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. It's okay. Well, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it.
Well, I'm kind of being put on the spot here.
No, absolutely. And I'm not mad. I'm not judging. I just feel like I'm happy to talk about stuff. And I know some of you guys have problems with me, so let's just talk it out.
I don't want to be the voice of everyone.
Sure.
But
that is not an intentional thing, I promise you.
I know, it's just I know how you run things here.
Dude, I want to clear the air. Because I like being.
We would love for you to clear the air.
You want us to leave?
Yes.
So that's like.
Or you know what? I'm not trying to push you out. I'm just saying, if you tried a little harder. What's the theme of the show tonight? That you give out kazoos?
Yeah, it's like free expression. It's experimental. It's like seeing what happens.
Yeah, that's.
Do you ever wake up in the morning, just walk outside and say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything planned today. I'm going to see what happens.
No, I have a very strict schedule that I adhere to.
Can I ask you a question?
I would love. Oh man, I want you to sign up for an improv 101 class.
Oh yeah.
And I want you to experience other people with other things.
I want to ask you a question honestly. I want to ask you.
Ebola.
Okay. No. People aren't going to yell at this guy. I invited him on the show. I have a question. I have a real question I want to ask you about your politics show, and I could be wrong, but I'm taking a stab in the dark here.
Do I know the answer? Do I know this question already?
I don't know.
Yes, it is conservative.
No, it was not about that. I want to ask, have you ever talked about 9/11 or the JFK assassination or lizard people? Have you talked about any of those three things?
Okay, well, all right. So this is where the personal attacks come, because I could make
You've
fun
been
of you.
You've been sitting here personally attacking a whole room full of people, man. Wow, man. Thank you. Thank you sincerely for coming on. A round of applause for Smith for sharing his opinion. It is not.
He did not do that on purpose.
What happened? What happened?
He's sitting on the floor. He did not do that on purpose, man. He did not do that on purpose.
Okay.
Go to the videotape.
Smith, thank you.
The shooter was
we
in
have
the
a musical
fucking
act. They rocked
warehouse.
it before. We had so much dancing and fun. Okay. Drew, get him out of here. Drew, get him out of here. Everything is okay. Okay. Drew, get him out of here. Get that guy out of here.
It's November 19th, 2014. And this is Truth or Myth with Smith.
I'm your host, Smith, and I've got a panel of experts here. They're all going to talk about their specialties, and we're going to help unblur the lines between fact and fiction tonight. First, a programming note. If you're tuning in for the show that used to hold this time slot, unfortunately, that show is on indefinite hiatus. I won't get into it, but it's not a coincidence that I'm hosting this time slot right now. But I'm afraid to say Sandwich Night is canceled, and we'll just move on from that. And you all will be able to talk freely without risk of derision or physical violence. Truth or myth, 9/11.
I was there, and the destruction that I saw and that I felt as someone who was in the towers that day, it was a myth. Did not occur.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
But I didn't.
Next is zinc water. Agua de zinc. Porque it's the same, you know? It's the same, it's basically the same. Very important. Manifesto. If you ever want to write something kind of like true, is cartel. A lot of people's birthday is on this month.
They're easily Googleable. But I want to thank you, Roberta, for taking part in this. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and when can we check out your show here on MNN?
You can check out my show at 1 p.m. on Mondays, every week.
What's it called? What's the show called?
Is having a good time with Roberta, me.
That's great.
So burritos. Oh, I have your jewelry. It's awesome.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
She's got the first line.
And you mean this one?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That's all. It's all found objects.
It's so good.
You're so good.
You're an artist.
It channels your perineum straight to your crown, so you can skip all the other chakras. Saves a lot of time.
This wasn't the clip.
Brain. So there's your science tip for today.
This is not
For
the
more,
clip.
watch Great Science Thursdays at 9.
So please welcome Smitty and the Thrill Ride.
It's tough reading, man. 1, 2, 3,
Oh my goodness.
Get the hell out of here! It's the Smith Show! You knew Chris wasn't in town tonight, so you manipulated somebody, pulled some strings, and we're back to take what's ours! Eat more butts! Eat more butts! Eat more butts! Eat more butts! Eat more butts!
offered us Truth or Myth with Smith, and we started from there.
Yeah.
I asked Andy Kindler to be on that episode, to which he replied, "Ooh, I'm sorry, I fly back to LA after Thanksgiving."
Yeah.
So might have been for the best.
And tweet at Andy Kindler.
No, don't tweet at Andy Kindler.
Yes, that's
Tweet at
at
Andy Kindler.
Kindler.
We have 3 more weeks of the special. We'll Skype him in.
Yeah.
And we just want a critical assessment, really. We just want him to give his honest opinion.
It's about time we just got our evaluation and moved on with our education and entertainment.
Yeah, but speaking of our Party City Halloween Adventure shows, here's a clip where we used all of our efforts to make a show. Here's Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
If you're looking for a night out on the town, you just found me. I'm a $65 million circus tragedy. Actually, more like 75. I'm not rolling, baby, rolling in the green, but I'm unique. I'm free. I'm the new Coney Island, and all the rides open free. I'm me. Settle for one ridiculously over-the-top supervillain when you could have 7. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Sinister Six! We got a man made entirely of mutant beads. I get a buzz just thinking about it. Swarm! He is one cold-blooded killer, the Lizard. Human lightning bolt. You want it. You got it. Electro. This next guy loved the animals. Sometimes a little too much. Raven the Hunter. He killed his grandmother and tortured his mother's dog. My kind of guy. Carnage. And the sharpest knife in the drawer. Swiss Miss. Lightning meets company. All the weirdos in the world here right now in New York City. All the brazen boys and girls, peacocks, clothes, and showed up here. All the weirdos from out of town and all our freaks always around. All the weirdos in the world here in New York City tonight. Here in New York City tonight. Here in New York City tonight.
Yay! Abrupt endings. Here's another clip. A special thanks to Halloween Adventure for making this nightmare from our war episode. Let's take a look at the great darkness and the live abortion we did.
Yes! Yes! Expel the lightness! Take it into your mouth.
Dear God, look what's there. Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. I'll make you a comedy. Yes, I'm sure, yes.
Comedy writer.
Yeah. Somebody said bring out the GIMP.
You once.
And there it is.
You once penned a film.
Wait, I'm sorry, say it again?
You once penned a film titled Rat Race.
Yes, I did. You're a big fan of Rat Race, are you?
Yes. Celebrate by consuming this gift from my loins.
I'll have that. I had that for lunch, so. Okay.
At the end of your film Rat Race,
The end of the film Rat Race. Yes, sir.
all of the characters embark onto a Smash Mouth concert.
Yes.
And one by one,
Yes.
former enemies all collide and crowd surf to the
Yes.
song All Star.
Yes.
I
That
have
was,
but one question. Why?
I never dreamt I'd have to defend. Dear God. Oh, dear God. Look at that. Is that really a question, or is that like a rhetorical?
No.
Is that a real question?
Was the ending rhetorical? Explain yourself.
If you're serious, I can tell you about an alternate ending, the ending that I wanted to write. Would that be of interest to you, or jeez, I think you guys would like it. Rat Race was a big treasure hunt. They were chasing after, I can't remember what, $3 or $4 million. And the ending I wanted was they find the money, $3 million in cash, and they're being chased. And they're being chased over a bridge, which goes over train tracks. And the money, a bag of money, falls onto a train, and it's Bill Gates' private train car. And the end of the movie was Bill Gates finds the money, $3 or $4 million, and can't be bothered. He's so wealthy that he doesn't, and he just throws it onto a big pile of money in the back of the train, and it's just more of an annoyance to him than anything.
You know what is annoyance to me?
How did you get Hitler's car?
Well, that was
Hitler's car.
That was what we call make believe. That was, yeah. I'm sorry to.
You know
yeah,
what's an annoyance to me? The song All Star.
And while we're at it, let's throw to another fan favorite clip. These are things that were requested in the room
by our fans that
by
we have
all of our
conned
fans
into working
are
for us
work
the
on
last
the show,
4 years.
which is true. Here's a character named Wade Jokes, the son of Mr. Jokes, or the stepson of Mr. Jokes.
Yeah, stepson.
Yeah, he can't come.
On the Out of Control Teens episode. Let's take a look.
Excuse my language, Mama. This is a no BS zone, okay?
Then, Dad, why don't you take a hike?
You see,
Stepdad.
what you're doing, your dad, he cares about you.
He cares about me?
I know that with that family, I hit the payday, and you guys are
Here
like
it comes,
no,
another punchline. Another punchline.
What?
from
No,
old
no,
Daddy.
you are like a payday because you're mostly nuts. Is what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. Right, this is what I'm saying. That's all.
This brings me to my next point. Thing about me, serial killer-esque number 2. I hurt animals. I experiment with them. I run body swaps on them.
And you're bragging about this.
Yeah, I'm bragging about it because I can take a frog's eyes and put it on a butterfly. I got dogs walking around with spider legs. I mix and match and jump up and catch.
That I'm not saying it's not impressive, but you're not.
Rise. Rise.
You're not God, okay? And you can't be playing that. And you can't be playing your stepfather. He married into your family. He wants the best for you. He wants to take it to open mics. He wants to share his love with you, and he wants to share your loves. What do you do in your spare time? Maybe you could hang out.
What do I do in my spare time?
Yeah.
Besides piss the bed? Which I do.
Is that the third part of the triple threat?
It is. It's part of the trifecta. Sometimes I'm not even fully asleep. I just lay there, eyes open, and just fucking piss.
And you're making a mess.
I'm making a mess.
Look, you need to wake up. You need to wake up and smell the coffee, brother. Because if you keep treating your stepfather like that, you won't be able to do it.
I don't have time to hit the open mics, okay? I have a busy schedule.
You're a teenager. What's your busy schedule?
I get on Wikipedia and edit myself into my favorite bands as the bass player. Mudvayne, Drowning Pool, Blues Traveler. Rum bum bum rise, rum bum bum rise. Can I read my poem?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay.
Daddy says I'm a bad boy. Better stay away. The teachers try to change me, but they never gonna rearrange me. You can't claim me. My mind is hazy. I live in a meadow of dead daisies. Here's a joke, Daddy. Knock, knock, who's there? Dead dad, dead mom, gonna blow up the prom. Rum-bum-bum rise, rum-bum-bum rise. Yes, I hurt animals. I'm a freak on a leash. I slice up your dog and make a dead doggy wreath. But I'm a triple threat. I'm gonna get in your head. I'm gonna burn down your shed. I'm gonna piss in your bed. Rum-bum-bum rise, rum-bum-bum rise. Always eating curly fries.
Everyone, one of the better performers we've had on.
Yeah, one of the better performers.
Yeah, one of the best. Better. I
like
wanna,
better more.
I don't want to chart. I don't want to chart them. That's actually.
We should. That's going to be the second half of the show.
Yeah,
we're going to
rank our guests.
That's it. That's it.
And at the bottom of the list, Mr. Jokes, Steve Whalen.
Hello.
No, at the top of the list. You have been on probably more episodes than me. We've determined. Although now you're going to Hollywood.
That's true. Yeah.
So now you know it's a little harder to get Mr. Jokes pinned down for an episode. What are your favorite memories of the show?
We had a great episode with Josh Gondelman and Seth Herzog, where we were trying to find our replacement. Trying to find my replacement, I should say.
The new Mr. Jokes.
The new Mr. Jokes.
Which, we didn't tell you about that, right? We just announced. I think I just announced.
The week before, yeah, you told me, and I had to.
We've always tried to be, accommodating to our guests and our performers. We don't want to throw anything on them.
Yeah. I spiraled into an Andy Kaufman-esque depression.
We've been bullying Steve for 5 years.
Yeah, thank you.
And I want to apologize.
Oh my God.
But
thank you. Apology accepted.
Okay, cool. Because we're gonna show some of the best bullying we've done. Here's Josh Gondelman and the search for Mr. Jokes.
I love this crowd. You know why Italians don't like Jehovah's Witnesses?
Why don't you fucking face it?
They don't like any witnesses. Jehovah an offer you can't refuse. Okay. Jehovah an offer you can't refuse. Jehovah an offer you can't refuse. I said, if you expect me to do that, you got to be out of your gourd. Am I right, folks?
You know, I've heard of East meets West, but East meets West world?
Drinking beer makes you smarter. After all, it made Budweiser. I love this cloud. There's no topping this. It's not a parlor trick. I'm basking in the spotlight and I'm robbing the limelight. I've been working on this joke since Sunday.
You know, a joke is like a pun. It's like a steak. It's a rare, medium, well done.
But does this come out?
But I have so many Weight Watcher points, you might as well call me Kobe Bryant. Punched up. I think your jokes deserve to be knifed.
It's gonna get you killed really fast.
I'm dying up here.
A dead body!
You're no prize either, pal. I got throat lozenges, huh? After all, you know what they say, deck the halls. I mean, is this the sperm bank? And the lady says, get out of here.
Whoa, cool.
Now I'm rushing out of here.
Mr. Jokes! Mr. Jokes! Mr. Jokes! Mr. Jokes! Mr. Jokes!
Crowd, give it up for
I should mention that we did make that video in case Mr. Jokes died this year.
You look like you're dressed for a job interview, but you've never been on a job interview before. It looks like someone loosely described a job interview to you, and you're like, I got it.
Well, we love Steve here, and it's very sad that we have to see him go.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry you have to leave.
If you want to,
well, I mean, I could win the competition, right?
Yeah, probably not, but I'm glad you're
okay.
here.
I mean, you could. Maybe start with a clean slate. Start with a clean slate. Thank you, Josh.
No one thought Trump was going to win, so.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're the Trump of this scenario, but that's sort of what I'm saying.
I just flew in, and I got to tell you, boy, was first class roomy. I was doing this with my elbows the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, career is going well, and it is always a pleasure to be here. It is always a pleasure to be on the special without Brett Davis. Maybe not quite as much as a pleasure as it is to be on my girlfriend without inhibitions, you know? Love life is going well. Ladies and gentlemen, I love my life. Love my life.
Boy, look at this guy. Where'd you get that shirt? Shirts are not us. Ooh, you gotta be like, ooh, right? Somebody got the horn?
Remarkable, and Steve tried to hang himself because he's so, he began to understand the truth of his position, and he failed, as he does with so much, and he was found sobbing on the floor, begging to be treated.
Thank you. Boy, you're even taller than I am. How's the weather up there?
I didn't know we could stand up. The dimensions of a conventional coffin won't fit him. They'll have to put him in a refrigerator box. Well, let's hope it doesn't rain that day and the box deteriorates. They'll have to roll his naked corpse into the wet earth unmourned.
I'm not even that fat.
To the judges. So there was one week we were in the process of passing the show over to Jesse Camp, and he wasn't available immediately. So you took the reins. It was a show called How to Be Funny.
Yes.
That was taught by you, Mr. Jokes. How was that experience?
Oh, that was great. I remember a couple of days before we met in the Over the 8. Not Muchmore's. We met in the Muchmore's lobby and we discussed it, and we brought Aparna Nancherla on, and she was wonderful. And
yeah, and
well, she had been booked as the guest on that date for a while.
Yeah. Okay,
so
thank you for shooting that down.
Well, she was just. Yeah. I don't want to say ambushed, but I can't think of a better word.
But things went really well. Let's take a look at the chemistry that you two had, because it was unbelievable.
Every time I go up on stage, I'm dying up there.
Oh, boy.
That's more figurative than literal.
Right, but yeah.
Okay. So, a lot of comedy these days seems to be, you talked about suicide. It seems to be about death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is very trendy right now.
The final curtain.
Yeah.
The ultimate box.
I think everyone wants a good closer.
Exactly.
And
What are you going to get on your tombstone? Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
You edited that to make me look better.
Why is death the ultimate box?
I don't know, but I've had multiple people
Tell me, quote that to me, where they're like, hey, I love that part on the special. Oh, well, the part with the hilarious joke. No, you were like, death is the ultimate box. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's definitely my legacy on the show, was a riff line that had nothing. Josh Gondelman also had a funny insult that was true, which he said, when I see you perform, all I have is this uncomfortable feeling that something bad is happening.
It's not something bad is going to happen, but that it's happening in that.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, which, yeah.
Well, speaking of something bad happening, something bad did happen the following week because we gave Jesse Camp the show.
Right. You should explain this whole storyline. Because I feel like nobody has been watching the show all 4 years.
No.
And this was a significant turning point in the show where it went from a different character every week, totally fiction, to kind of more of a meta story. I mean, this is the first time Brett Davis appeared on the show after you were murdered brutally in the first moment of the first episode. So you should explain that storyline a little bit.
So we wanted to start a show, and we wanted big guests, and we got some big guests right off the bat. We got Michael Shannon, Oscar nominee, and Gilbert Gottfried, comedy legend, and Rose McGowan, huge star. And then it was immediately well, that's the only big names we're gonna get. So our frequent director Edmund Hawkins, who's now working on Wyatt Cenac's show, and at the time was working on SNL. He actually said, well, there's one guy I think we could get, but you need to find him in person, and I don't think it's going to be hard. So Jesse Camp, who is a former VJ on MTV.
He won the original Wanna Be a VJ contest in
the age of 18.
Yeah, he he's a socialite. So you know, we were gonna play up because he was up against Dave Holmes, who is like a trained host, and was like, I want to be the next MTV VJ, and I'm really good at hosting. And then in rolls in this like, hey, hey man, oh,
Everybody do it. Everybody do it.
So we were like, oh, it'd be funny if he actually undercut me and took the show from me.
Law, it's notarized. You're an idiot. No offense.
I'm an idiot?
It's official. He signed here. Jesse Camp is the new host of the special. I don't know who made this. You don't have a lawyer, do you?
Yes,
I don't have a lawyer.
Alan Dershowitz and co-counsel Mike Deny.
Of course he has a fucking lawyer. I don't have a lawyer.
Legally, Jesse, legally, you're entitled to all the profits.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Listen.
Brett officially owes you like.
Shut up. Is this because of LA?
Fuck you with LA.
Oh, fuck you.
Maybe.
I love LA. We love it.
We can't pay for that song.
Okay.
All right, well,
Randy Newman is a fan.
With Jesse Camp next week.
Yo, party people over there. How you doing? I want everybody here in New York City to know how much I respect the comedy institution that is, hello, my favorite pizza delivery man. No, don't go. You gotta tune into the special. I'm taking over the hosting duties in a second. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
kick. 1, 2, 3, kick.
And then we were like, well, if he's down to do it, we should really go full bore with it and literally give him the show for a week and see what he would do with it. And he did not fucking disappoint.
No, by far. No.
You know, we're on the air right now, so I can't say what rules we broke. But you know, it was a race. It was a race to a giant crowd. It was a race to like keep
hundreds
them from,
of people.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
hundreds of guests.
We wanted to keep them from breaking every law. I think every law could have been broken.
Yeah,
that
we
day.
broke every law, definitely in the studio.
And like every commandment.
From across religions.
Right. Yeah.
Get up. Take it off. Come on.
Whoa, oh, I think I get what Jerry's saying. Guys, I like to wear a lot of layers. Jerry wants to see.
Take it off.
Wait, Jerry. Something's happening here.
Will you please give me my show back?
Don't do it.
Please, I will do. I swear to God, I will do anything. You're all welcome. You're all welcome to come. Like,
Right now, live on TV.
look, I will honestly. That's how much this show means to me. I will do anything.
Right now. Kiss his boots.
Listen, Brett. I gotta tell you a couple of things, man. No, honestly, you guys. As a lot of you know, I had kind of been on sabbatical. I'd been out of show business for a couple of years due to a botched B of A bank robbery in Glendale, California.
Get to the point. Get to the point.
That ever since starting the comeback that I've been on, which continues with a brand new YouTube show with my amazing sister Marisha Camp called Born to Rock and Roll, with everyone from Miley Cyrus to the Flaming
Are you
Lips.
plugging another show?
Yes, I am. What I'm saying is, I got my hands full with that brand new amazing series that has all kinds of celebrity interviews and travel segments with yours truly. And we might even have a show with George
I had
Clinton.
celebrities. I had alternative comedy celebrities. Okay?
I know. No one knows more than me how many times Patton Oswalt has been on here. But I'll tell you this. Before you can say David Cross, I want to let you know one thing. No, honestly, Brett, it was a weird twist of fate that let me be the host of the show tonight. But I just wanted an excuse to throw a party and honestly celebrate all the really amazing, amazing people in the room
So
tonight.
are
Each
you
and
giving-
every one
wait,
of them.
Are you giving me my show back?
I might be, but you gotta let me finish this. So, everyone around me, I mean, you guys are all my family. I mean, from Kareem to Gugu to Mike,
everybody
Dennis, Shaylin, of course, even Derek, and I mean, Astro Earl. Michael Alec, I'm on the fence about, but I love his art.
I love him.
But he has a really cool Stevie Nicks woman in his life who I think's a positive influence. And listen, no, guys, I give him a hard time. Honestly, I'm kind of pro Michael because, I mean, he's trying in life, you know, and that's all you can do. But,
That's part
you know,
you're killing me with
I'm
this
telling
speech.
you, you know what?
Michael Alec, the murderer.
Allegedly.
No.
Oh, no, he pled guilty.
He spent over a decade
Yeah,
in prison.
what was it? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wiki exactly how he murdered that person.
Yeah.
I believe this wasn't a beheading.
You thought maybe I was being hyperbolic when I said every law could have been broken because you're like, not murder though. No, we had it. We had a murderer in the room, and I called him a murderer to his face, which
Not
felt
our
good.
only murderer, though.
Because I would respect a murderer that was nicer, but he was so mean.
Yeah, he was mean.
He was super mean.
Cost us hundreds of dollars in Ubers. Not us, our poor friend Kevin.
Yeah.
Who got
Left a balloon on the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it still there?
No, we put
oh,
it
now
down.
it's gone.
Yeah.
I guess balloons pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, can I switch seats with you?
Sure.
Because I want to talk to our guests tonight. Seth Pompi and Paul Higbie, the directors of Hysterical. Welcome to the special. Welcome to the round.
Can we get a camera just on the audience? Because I want to see how awkwardly everything is set up in here. I made a call to just change everything last minute. So you guys you've made a movie. Sum it up in a sentence.
Sure. So there are, at open mics, like here in New York, it's a weird place. We all know. You see weird people on the street, the subway, you wonder what their deal is. At open mics, they walk in, they take a microphone, and they tell you exactly what their deal is. And this movie is about two of those inexplicable people named Gary Marinoff and Alan Shane.
Rest in peace, Gary.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Shane.
Both of them. But yeah, you're right. If you see a weird person on the subway, they are going to an open mic. Like at some point during that day. So let's take a clip, and this is a clip of Gary at an open mic, and let's just get a vibe for him.
This is Gary signing up for an audition at the comic strip.
Yeah. Let's take a look at that.
Took my Chevy to my levee, but my levee is dry. And good old boys are drinking whiskey and wine. This is the same way as it was 30 years ago. Exact. It was really something. I was paying here for 15 years, and now because the manager that paid me died, I have to come back.
Gary Marinoff, everyone. I knew Gary. I knew he was an interesting guy. What made you want to follow him around for years?
Well, you know, of the weird people you see at open mics, Gary's a legend.
Mhm.
You know, everybody knew him. Everybody thought he was funny, and he was just like persevered. He was super funny, had no outside forms of encouragement, but he had this faith in himself that we thought was, just like curious. We wanted to get to know him more, find out more of his story.
Mm-hmm. If Gary looks familiar, he was a regular on 30 Rock. He also made a pretty public campaign to be featured on it.
Yeah, he like sort of definitely inspired us with like, so he was a background actor on 30 Rock for years, and then 30 Rock was wrapping up, and he put flyers all over the city, like just pieces of paper that said, "Let Gary speak." And it actually worked. They shot, I mean, it's a long story, but anyway, they shot a scene with Gary where Gary got to deliver a line on 30 Rock.
Which was later edited out.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was definitely an inspiration to us that you can just, like, the power of positive thinking is how he put it to us.
You know, he was an extra on 30 Rock. Also had, in the documentary, we also have some of his other career highlights. He was in maybe one of the spiritual precursors to your show, Oddville. He was in multiple appearances on that show.
If you don't know Oddville, it's a show. They had this odd, nerdy host, and then they just had one guy sitting on camera the whole time, not saying anything. Just staring right into the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, also acted in feature films. What was...
Oh, he was in...
Detective Extra Large.
Oh, yeah, so he was in this movie with Philip Michael Thomas from Miami Vice. So Philip Michael Thomas was in a Miami Vice ripoff after Miami Vice. And with this guy, Extra Large, he was this Italian actor, like a big star there, and also, oh God.
Yeah, so like, anyway, legendary figure, all these weird career highlights. The Extra Large we had to get a Turkish bootleg of it, but we tracked it down, and yeah, in the documentary we have all this stuff, like, kind of, hopefully more people could get to know him more than just us.
Yeah, I mean, when I was right out of high school, I like took some improv classes, and I would see him at like every improv jam, and he'd always show up an hour early, and I was like working at the Pit, the People's Improv Theater at the time, so I'd just like wind up talking to Gary for a half hour every week. And then later on, when I started doing like more solo performing, I saw him at every open mic, and like it's just everyone knew him and loved him. He would rap on command. Do you know any of his raps?
We could probably trade it line for line.
Oh, if anyone else knows, feel free to join in.
I'll start off. So this is, Gary would just say this at the drop of a hat. He would begin his "I'm a Jew" rap, and he'll go, "I'm a Jew. I ain't no fool.
I split the atom when I went to school.
The man is insecure about his fate.
He's afraid I'm going to take his place.
Our numbers are so small, there ain't no way I can grab it all.
The rich man and Jew, they've been through our times.
Go all the way back to King Solomon's mines.
King and queen unite our land.
Can't no third party disturb God's plan.
There's a man above... I'm falling off. Yeah, that's as much as I know.
We did pretty good.
Yeah. And then Alan Shane. Tell me about Alan Shane.
The yin to Gary's yang, where Gary is just overflowing positivity. Alan was a really insular, from the outside, seemingly depressed guy who, again, was at every open mic. He was a New York City cab driver who would park his car and come in and wait for his turn really patiently, not talk to anyone, like really politely, patiently wait his turn to tell his couple of minutes of comedy. And Paul has some takes on his style of comedy.
Oh, yeah. So he told us that, he's doing these open mics, these short things. He didn't have time to do the setup, so he would just do the punchlines. And the punchlines were just pure filth. So it's not filthy jokes, it's just pure filth, non sequiturs. And this all made sense to him. He was like,
But also to an audience, very, very funny. It didn't follow that format of like structure comedy, but just hilarious.
So let's take a look at Alan Shane. He's about to show you where he lives.
Very close to here. He lived near Columbus Circle too. Very close to the studio.
Okay, must have been a wealthy guy.
Nope.
All right, let's take a look at Alan Shane in Hysterical.
Are you ready for this? Alan Shane's apartment. It's you know the scene from Apocalypse Now when he goes into Kurtz's compound.
Oh sure.
And it smelled like slow death. That's what my apartment is like. It's a real bachelor's apartment.
How long you been here?
30 years. 30 years this April. 1983 I moved in here.
It smelled like slow death in there. Malaria. Nightmare.
I love that. It reminds me of my place.
So if people want to see this, it's still you're still putting it out there. So where could people watch it?
It's showing this Saturday at 8 p.m. as part of New York City Independent Film Festival. It's a producers club somewhere in the city.
Yeah, so if you're interested and want to see it, again, it's this Saturday at 8 p.m. in Midtown Manhattan, and you can find tickets if you go to nyciff.com. That's the NYC Independent Film Festival, and you search for Hysterical. You can find the tickets there, and you can also like our page on Facebook, Hysterical, a doc about Gary Marinoff and Alan Shane, and we have a website with a trailer called hystericalfilm.com.
And it'll be showing again in early June as part of Art of Bushwick Film Festival. Or Art of Brooklyn Film Festival.
Art of Brooklyn.
Art of Brooklyn Film Festival. So in a couple weeks, it'll be showing again in the city.
And just a small plug for me. If you want to see more of Paul, you can catch him as Lois Griffin on one of the past episodes of the special Quagmire, where
Which
we did a live-action spin-off of Quagmire.
The culmination of the Jesse Camp storyline.
So now it's time. Oh, give it up for Seth and Paul. They got a great movie coming out. Check it out. Now it's time for our musical guests. You could catch their new record, Hangnail, on State Champion Records. Here is Snakeskin. Snakeskin. So we've been talking about the. There's no camera on me. Interesting. Hello. We've been talking about some of the
we'll
best
figure
of
it
the
out.
special, but I think the more interesting thing is to talk about the worst of the special. What's the worst time you've ever had at the special?
Oh, I can't remember. It's only been a few times. Come back to me. I might be able to think of something.
Okay. How about you?
I've only had good times at the special.
What was your worst time you've had at the special?
I don't know. That makes for great answers, right?
I'm coming back to you.
I wasn't here for the episode, the Phantom of M&N Studios, and that's the worst thing.
Oh, I've melted.
It's just the.
Am I the Wicked Witch? I might have melted.
That's very funny.
Did you see me do the Bartman before?
I did. I think I know why I didn't recognize you. Are you wearing a wig right now?
Just admiring an angel from the rafters.
Oh my God.
My heart yearns
My
in
heart
smoke.
yearns. No, my heart yearns too. I'm into
You
it.
are mystified by me.
I love
Horrified.
No.
You can only express yourself in song.
I can only express myself in song. In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came. That voice that calls to me and speaks my name. And do I dream again? For now I find the phantom of the M&N is there inside my mind. Yes.
Once again with me, our strange duet. My power over you grows stronger yet. And though you turn from me to glass behind, the phantom of the M&N is there inside your mind.
We gotta keep this show moving, so we're gonna throw to our musical guests. They are
Who have seen your face draw back in fear. I am the mask you wear.
It's me they hear.
Your spirit and my voice in one combined.
speaking of music, we're gonna get this heckler out of here.
My heart! I'm so tragic!
You know, right now on the line we have someone that helped make that nightmare a reality. For producer Kate Sweeney. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Also, Kate's sick tonight.
Hi.
If you can't tell by the.
I was gonna come, but I might have pneumonia, so then I
Don't
didn't
have
come.
pneumonia.
Yeah.
I hope you feel
I
better.
don't know. I went to the doctor today. We don't know
Steve.
yet.
All right, that's fair.
Kate also directed a wonderful video for Snakeskin as well as many
Hi,
other bands.
Snakeskin.
You might know her
Hi, I
from
love that band.
dodging away from the cameras on the special and the Chris Gethard show on numerous occasions. Kate, do you have any memories of? Okay, we get it. We get it. Do you have any memories
No,
of
I have a request.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna derail your negativity train.
Okay.
All right. First of all, show me snakes.
Let's get eyes on Snake. Let's get eyes on Snake.
I have a really, I'm watching, but there's a lag, so I can't actually, by the time I see her.
We
it's
promise
gonna
you,
start.
we got Snake. We got Snake.
Oh, hello. I'm sending a wave.
All right, that's not how TV works.
I'd like to see you try and draw the line between stubbornness and strength and paralysis from fear. Can't tell the difference between a profound thought and paranoia. I haven't had a really deep thought in years. Sat in bed and I stared at the wall. I wrote down a couple things and then trashed my mind. If I was in every world and every world's an empty shell, and there's nothing
everyone. Do you remember using the internet about 2 or 3 years ago? If so, you might have stumbled across the premier music video station, MTV12.
And we're making shareable content together.
MTV12 was a very popular music video countdown where we shared 12 of the most hard-hitting music videos from today, from 12 to 1 in alphabetical order, so nobody's feelings got hurt. Well, we're back.
Yeah! Fuck you!
And we have a real camera and a real microphone. And once again, we have nothing to do with MTV
or Viacom.
Watch new episodes of MTV12.
Enjoy the power of rocking and music.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're safe.
You lived.
You did it.
That's real. If you look at that clip, is there a camera? Do I get a camera?
Oh, I got you, Darren.
I
There
got
we
two
go.
cameras. I want. It's just fast cutting here, okay?
Yeah.
All right. If you notice in that clip, that was during the era of the special where I would fall asleep on set, and I did not know that there were knives being juggled over Brett. You can see in the clip, I am clearly not watching.
Also, that guy won the Andy Kaufman Award, and I'm wearing socks I got from the hospital. So just, just crashing is real. Is what I'm.
I will say you don't need to wear socks you got at the hospital. I'll give you socks if that's a
But at
thing
least
you
he's
need.
wearing socks.
At least he's wearing socks. There's been a lot of live danger. Let's take a look at a clip when we had our second murderer, New Jack, on the show. Here's New Jack going
3 confirmed kills.
nose to nose with Darren Maybe. Let's take a look.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna let you push me around anymore. I'm gonna take back my show.
You're not taking you and what army?
This army.
I'm the baddest motherfucker you ever see in your life, boy. You understand? You want to get somebody, you get me. Fuck him, get me.
Get him.
I'll bring it back to your bitch ass.
You gotta fight your own bat. You gotta get somebody.
Fuck that. I'll bring it back to your bitch ass. You want somebody, you get me.
You know what? You wanna do this? You wanna do this?
We can do this right now.
I'll see you. I gotta go back to Rikers Island.
Bitch, I'll kick your ass in style. I'll put these gators up your motherfucking ass, and then you'll motherfucking know.
You know what? You know what? Fuck this. You're out of my.
Give it up for New Jack, a legend.
So, about an hour before that, my friend Jeff, who portrayed Oak Tree Lee over the course of the special, is actually a wrestler, told me a story about how New Jack was at an independent wrestling show, and he asked for a 7-Up, and someone brought him a Sprite, and New Jack stabbed him. So, the fear was not acting. I was not acting. I was legitimately I was ready for it. I thought I was ready for it. And then you're staring into his cold, dark eyes.
Let's fast forward, though, to later in the night, and this is not a clip. This was just an experience that only I saw, where New Jack wanted a Long Island iced tea, and then I was like, "You got it. It's my treat." And then his girlfriend, who he was with, was like, "He likes it a special way." And I was like, "Oh no." And it's like, it's this much and this much, and then just a little bit of this, and then this much, and then I was like, okay. And then I went over to the bar, and I was like, you cannot fuck this up. See the man dressed like an Easter egg? 3 confirmed kills. And he pulls shanks on drink orders being wrong. So that was, yeah. That was scary.
But then he was so nice and told us all about the stories about how when he fell off the balcony and brain fluid was leaking out of his nose. And I believed him because why would he lie?
However, even though you went nose to nose with New Jack, the murderer Your real.
This was the most injured any regular performer on the special had gotten.
Mm-hmm. And let's take it. If we could actually narrate over this would be great. Let's take a look at Weird Luke, who is just
the human action figure.
Just a guy. Let's take a look at when he was on the show.
You're small. I'm the Red King in leather. I'm the war god of New
Did
York
not
City.
tell
Any
us he
one of
was
you
gonna do
who
this.
Pops up, warlord. I challenge you. You don't need.
Oh!
Real headbutts.
Yep.
He is not a pro wrestler. He is not faking them.
Let's get a King Kong show business. Here we go. Goddamn right. You submit.
Is this the point where Brett tells him to just keep headbutting me? That happens.
Just gonna keep
Oh,
headbutting
yeah.
somebody. This is
There's the-
Darren's.
Yeah, you can see the hematoma on my head. Yep. Oh, now everyone's sad. No, I was fine. It's okay. It was only like, how many concussions can you get before it's permanent? What's it?
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. We got three more episodes left.
Unfortunately, we have a few rules. One of them is now no headbutting. But no one has ever heard the rules, had them explain to them again, and then immediately broken them. Like this guest, the rock and roll magician, Daniel Rockman.
The main rule in the studio, no fire.
Yeah.
Which is I think that's like a good rule in life,
It's very fair.
One of my favorite cutout bits of the special was he was on another episode where it was some kind of award show type thing, and we both were up there, and when he was reading the teleprompter, he was going, "This is a fun event, right, Steve? Steve, yes, we are having fun. Rockman, yes, it's going to be a good time. Steve tells the joke of the week," and I just had to be like,
I like that bit. I don't know. I like that.
It wasn't a bit. It wasn't a bit.
it was not, and it did not make it.
But this isn't a bit. I met our band leader, Simon Haynes, online, and I convinced him to move from Vancouver to come to be the house band of the special. And he actually had a compilation of ideas for a new theme song for the show. So let's take a look at Simon's ideas.
Hi, Brett. So nice to be in touch with you, and I'm really excited that you're going to have me on the show. Can't wait. And so here's what I was thinking for the new theme for the show. It goes like this. Wednesday nights at 11 p.m. Tune in and find all of your friendships. The special without Brett Davis. Grill me, chill me, fill me up. Got that Brett Davis special inside my cup. Brett Davis died in the very first episode, and that's why we have all these wonderful guest hosts. Everybody comes along and laughs and sings my favorite song, the special without Brett Davis, the special, well, without Brett Davis, oh yeah. Just a quick idea, let me know what you think, no worries. Here's like a more rock idea. B-R-E-T-T. What the special means to me. Comedy is ecstasy. Brett Davis, I want you to see. Cool, let me know what you think. Thanks. Hi, Brett. Here's another idea I just had. Just put it out there for a new theme for the show. Okay, ready? Here it goes. Comedy is always free, and that's how it should be for me and you. You can stream the show online for free or watch it later on YouTube. The special without Brett Davis. Cool. I hope you like that. I also wanted to talk about. I have an idea for a character, maybe a recurring character I could have on the show, which is a Scottish guy that is really into Star Wars. So he's kind of like, I see 3PO. He's just always telling the plot of Star Wars to other people. Maybe that could be my character. Like, Luke Skywalker. It turns out Darth Vader was his father. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. We could play with. Okay, great. Talk to you soon.
So Simon came aboard, moved here for the show.
It's a shame that he's gonna have to move back now that the show's
Oh
ending.
yeah, he has to go back now. Yeah. Do you have any memories of the special, particularly?
Kimbra is one of my favorite. Me and my girlfriend love Kimbra.
Dude, who's Kimbra?
Wait, am I saying the name wrong? Oh, I feel like an idiot now.
Oh, Crimbo.
Crimbo. Thank you.
Crimbo. Kimbra was the leads, the featured singer on Someone I Used to Know by Gautier.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, now you do.
Hi, I'm Crimbo.
I don't remember a dummy.
Allow me to introduce myself. Crimbo, little Jermangle, a little step to the left and a tip-tap to the right. Who am I? Why me? I'm just a little Crimbo with little Crimbo arms and little Crimbo Crimbles. Here to play and dance and sing a little jingle. Or am I? I come from a pretty little place where time trickles into a ticklish void. Ooh. And brains rot until they cannot rot no more. What's that? Ooh, it's time to play a little more.
What the hell was that?
Just a little introduction. Crimbo Jamble.
Are you the one responsible for us being here? Are you the one that's put this, whatever you've put here? Why can't we leave?
I don't know, I'm trying to get out too.
You haven't moved. I didn't even notice you were here.
I was trying to be polite.
I was just kind of bummed that he left before everyone. I felt like he was so strong, and then he just got singled out, and it.
Patty.
Oh my God.
Chris?
I didn't.
Chris?
Oh wow.
Guys, think about points, and we'll get another hour of television for you to host.
We also have another clip. We've talked to so many people about what their favorite episode is, and so many of them talk about the El Especial Sin Brett Davis. Which
You had nothing to do with that one.
I had nothing to do with that one. It's everyone's favorite episode. Rightfully so, though. It was hosted by Julio Torres, Lorelai Ramirez, and Anna Fabrega. Lorelai was Crimbo. Now they're doing wonderful things. So let's take a look back to their celebration of redheads.
I know what time it is.
You know what else is beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Redheads. Oh my God, I die every time I see un pelirrojo.
What about 4?
Let's bring them out to dance.
Sí, por favor, vengan, mis criaturas preciosas.
Ooh.
Fire of my loins, light of my life, my sin.
I can relax.
My life. Vamos.
I can relax.
Ay, mira cómo se mueve.
Qué bonitos. Mira que sí son angelitos. American angels made of fire.
It makes me happy and it makes me sad to see the
I know,
beauty.
también. Porque it makes me happy that they exist. It breaks my heart that they will die one day.
It hurts me that to not touch, but I don't know why I cannot touch the princess.
No.
I
4
have-
princesses.
I have a hunger that only they can satisfy, pero I know I can't taste it.
No, you cannot taste.
We are on a redhead diet after what the judge said.
Exactly.
Gracias. Well, so many episodes, not this one, end with about 30 minutes to spare because we wrote everything out.
And it turns out we're 20 minutes under.
Yeah, so...
And we don't have any talent, so we just gotta just stretch.
Yeah.
Got some graveyard at home, dogs in the moonlight, was far away from my wedding door. Mr. Beer, get his spots away from me. No, I don't find it so amusing anymore.
And thanks to everybody that watched the show. We're wrapping things up here, both on the show, but also tonight. So here's our musical guest. Once again, check out their album, Hangnail. Here is Snakeskin.
Sit on your cloud and wait for me. Stand